unfortunate that when it comes to anything that has to do with the kitchen, I either burn things, I overcook things, or well, the list goes on. My sister started kindergarten last year, and they have this thing called Star of the Week. While it isn't mandatory for you to bring in any treats for all the kids, I took this as an opportunity. The following day, the day before her class, I spent the night just slaving over these star-shaped Rice Krispie treats, and they were supposed to be stars, but the sides are falling off, and it was horrible. The following day, I came to pick her up from school, and the teacher came up to me and thanked me and handed me back this bag of all the extras. Almost immediately afterwards, I had about 5 to 7 kids run up to me, crack down on sugar, asking me if they could have seconds. So no big deal or anything. But Rice Krispies aren't just your average treat. They're not considered cookies or cake, but more something in between. They're popular at any time of year for adults and children alike. In 1927, when Kellogg's first released Rice Krispie cereal, everybody was just so fascinated by the sound that it would make, which I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with the Snap, Crackle, Pop. So with that being said, if anybody's interested in leading their own pack of children, today I will be showing you first the ingredients and materials you need, second, how we're going to mix and put everything together, and third, the best ways to serve. So first we're going to go over all the ingredients and materials that you're going to need. For ingredients, you're going to need about 6 cups of Rice Krispie cereal. This is obviously not one bag, but you're going to need 1 bag of 10-ounce marshmallows, 2 tablespoons of butter, and you can choose your own chocolate. I chose white chocolate since I'm making a little ghost. And sprinkles, this is going to be the last touch, but it's crystallized sugar, and little candy eyes. For materials, the most important part is your microwave. This is all going to be made through your microwave. You're going to need your pan. I like to use a little cookie sheet because it's easier. And parchment paper, which will come in handy, as well as your cookie cutter, tongs, a spoon. I don't know what this thing is called, but it's my favorite. And your mixing bowl. So first, we're going to take your marshmallows, which I have here, and you're just going to open that up. So first, you're going to take your butter here. You're going to put it into your mixing bowl. Since it's all melted, that works a lot better. You're then going to take your marshmallows, and it's going to be a full bag, so it's not going to be this many. And you're going to make sure that you're going to soak it in all of the butter so they're all nice and even. So it should look like this. Gross. So they're all covered. So they're going to cook really nicely and evenly in the microwave. Next, you're going to take that, and you're going to put it in the microwave for 25-second intervals until they get extremely huge. They're going to be like the size of your palm. So, and you're going to know when they're all ready because they're going to be extremely mushy. And almost immediately, see how it's like, they're like little spider webs. So, immediately afterwards, you're going to take your 6 cups of Rice Krispie cereal, and you're going to put it in this little marshmallow paste that you have. And I already have all that set up over here. And when you mix that together, you're going to make sure that you divide all the marshmallow evenly on all of the cereal. So it should look something like this. Do not use a metal bowl in the microwave. This is just for show. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take that and you're going to put it on the pan. And this is where the parchment paper is going to come in handy. So you're going to use the parchment paper since you don't want to get it all over your hands or anything, and you're going to press it down really firmly. This is already hardened, so it's really hard. But I have it all made over here, so I'll put that aside. And this is what your finalized Rice Krispie should look like after it's cooled. It's going to take about 15 minutes or so. So you're going to know it's all cooled when it doesn't stick that much to the parchment paper. So it comes off all nicely. Obviously, it's not going to look this perfect. You know, I made this that way. So I'm going to put that aside. And what you're going to do next, after it's all pulled and ready to go, you're going to take your little cookie cutter, and this is a tulip, but I just cut off the top. And you're going to cut out a little ghost shape, so it should look a little something like this. And afterwards, after you cut that out, you're going to get your chocolate. You're going to need about 2 bags. So using a little dish is a lot easier because you can flip it and put that in the microwave. It's going to be 25-second intervals as well until it's all melted. And this is where you take your tongs and you're going to grab your Rice Krispie and you're going to dip it around and make sure that you cover it evenly or until you're satisfied with the coat of chocolate. So, looks something like this. And you're going to put that aside back onto the parchment paper and let that settle for a bit. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to take your little eyes that we have here, and you want to put those on first because it's going to be harder to put them on if you put them on after the sprinkles. So you put on your little eyes, and they come in different shapes, so if you want to make them look weird and give them a small eye and a big eye, go for it. So afterwards, you're going to take your sprinkles, crystallized sugar, and you're going to pour it over. And you're going to let it settle for about 15 minutes or until the chocolate's not sticky to touch. And this is what your finalized product should look like. So now, since I've showed you what materials and ingredients you'll need, how you put everything together, and and the best ways to serve. So personally, I like to keep mine in the refrigerator until I'm about to serve them, since they last a lot longer. But you can also serve them at room temperature. It's easier for children to eat, so it's not as hard. And yeah. So since I've shown you the ingredients and materials that you'll need, how you're going to put this all together, and the best ways to serve this treat, now you can go and find your own pack of children.